Hello, Excellency. So nice to have you here today. It's wonderful to welcome you in our UNICEF Pavilion Zone here at the COP17 in Mongolia. So thank you for being available. My first question would be around the importance of COP for your country. Why is it important, and who is your delegation here?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me here today. And I'll just start with saying the UNICEF Pavilion looks incredible. You've done a wonderful job setting this up. So as you said, COP17 is incredibly important to Australia, and there's a number of different reasons for that. But as we all know, COP17 focused on combating desertification. That is an incredibly important topic for Australia. Like Mongolia, we face many problems around desertification. There's a large portion of the middle of Australia being a very large country, which is very susceptible to desertification. And we've had a lot of issues over the years, particularly related to agriculture and over-farming and overgrazing, which has unfortunately really increased the level of desertification in Australia. So for us as a country, it's very important that we can identify processes that we can all work together towards for combating desertification. So as a start point, it's a really relevant topic for Australia. The other important thing to mention, as you know, COP17 is one of the three Rio conventions that are being held this year. So we have the Biodiversity COP coming up. And then we have the UNFCCC COP31 later in the year, which will be hosted by Turkey. So Australia was actually very interested in hosting COP31 in partnership with our Pacific friends, and we couldn't quite come to a decision with Turkey about who was going to host. So what's ended up happening is Turkey is the official host, but Australia is actually the president of negotiations. So we'll be leading all of the negotiations for COP31. And we see in this year of Rio Trio, as we're calling it, that COP17 is actually a really important stepping stone towards COP31 later in the year.
This was very good. Yeah. Thank you so much. For us as UNICEF, of course, it has a significant role to speak to all parties of the conference, especially as we are showcasing and protecting the position of children. So all what you explained, what's happening in your home country, of course, it tremendously affects children. And that's why as UNICEF, we are so present here, not only to invite our partners, having discussions on how to increase our water, sanitation, hygiene, and climate change programs, but also to showcase our programs in the field. So, Andrew, from this conference, what are your expectations? I mean, you mentioned some of it already, leading to the COP31 as a very important starting discussion, but also from the position for children, for example. So what are your expectations from this conference?
Yes, no, thank you. That's a great question too. So we're very lucky to have 4 Australian delegates in Mongolia at the moment. We have 2 delegates from our Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry, and we have 2 delegates from our Department of Environment, Climate Change, Energy and Water. So whilst it's only a delegation of 4, they're very busy over the next 2 weeks, and they're very focused on negotiations during the COP. So some of the key areas that they're particularly focused on is drought prevention, gender inclusion in the negotiations. We're promoting the First Nations caucus, so that's utilising First Nations knowledge into combating desertification, and also, as I mentioned, the Rio Trio synergies. So I guess our view is that anything that we do for COP17 is absolutely linked with children. And as I had a wonderful opportunity to do an interview with some of the youth journalists earlier today, and they were asking a similar question, and why are youth important in these sort of decisions? And as we know, the decisions that we're making today aren't going to be impacting on the older generation. Everything that we're doing at the moment is going to impact the youth of today and into the future. So it's incredibly important that we take that into consideration when we're doing anything around COP17, all of the negotiation outcomes, all of the side events. It all needs to have a youth focus, because at the end of the day, as I said, it's the youth who are going to be inheriting the decisions that we make here. So we need to be focused on their needs.
Well, thank you so much, Andrew. We also really appreciate our partnership and would like to thank also the government of Australia for supporting our programs here in Mongolia. So when it comes to the programs for Mongolia, of course, UNICEF is active in all our core mandates. So what do you expect, like now specifically for Mongolia, as the key outcomes? Or what is your program focus like deriving from this conference for the next few years? And of course, what could be the overlap and our joint work also and cooperation with UNICEF?
Yes, absolutely. No, thank you. I think as far as future cooperation goes, the Australian government, as you know, is very proud to partner with UNICEF around the world. And we're very proud that some of our regional programs that we currently support with UNICEF have Mongolian elements to those. So whilst this bit isn't specifically COP relevant or directed, but we've been very happy to be working with UNICEF on looking at Mongolia's social protection system and ensuring that gender and disability are included into those social protection policies and processes from within Mongolia. So we're very, very keen to continue that work. Obviously, that's incredibly important for Mongolia moving forward, and making sure that all people are included in their social protection system. But then I think COP specifically, whilst we don't have anything ready to go with UNICEF right now, I think it's something we need to continue to explore. And as we said, I think particularly the work that you do from a water perspective is incredibly important here, and the impact that has on women and children. So I think we just need to be continually exploring how that we can work together into the future, because we've got that really strong partnership that's been in place for many years. And I think my focus is just making sure that we can include UNICEF Mongolia as much as possible in our broader cooperation.
Thank you so much. In Mongolian, we say Baishla. I was really, really happy to have you here, and I'm very much looking forward for our continued collaboration.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.